Let's move on to the decentralized exchanges or AMMs. I'm gonna talk about the two types of decentralized exchange that we can find in DeFi. We can find an order book, which is very similar to the classic order book of any exchange. And then we have this new innovation, which is the automated market maker. So I'm gonna do a very quick demo or explanation of what the AMM looks like. Very basic, but we usually have two roles in this AMM interaction. We have the trader and we have the liquidity provider. So in this example, a liquidity provider, what it does is just provides liquidity to a pool of coins. And to simplify, we're gonna do a pool of only two coins distributed 50%. A liquidity provider can, for example, add liquidity to the ETH DAI pool, to two cryptocurrencies. And why he or she will do that? Well, in return, the user gets a percentage of the pool fees on the ETH DAI swaps. So basically, every trade that is made on the pool that the user provided liquidity, the user will get some fees, and the fees will be, of course, distributed along all the liquidity providers. So you get like some shares on the pool, and money is distributed based on the amount of shares that you have on that pool. And then on the other side, we have the trader. And for example, the trader, let's say he wants to swap ETH for DAI. The liquidity needed for the trade comes from the ETH DAI pool, and the trader will pay a fee that will get distributed along the pool's liquidity provider. That's what we said before. The price of an asset, and this is a very important thing, is given by the amount of coins we want to swap and the available amount on that pool. So basically, based on the amount of money that we want to swap and the depth of the pool. So the amount of money, the amount of liquidity that there is sit on that pool for all the trades. And the innovation around this is what is called the constant product market maker formula. And you will see this formula around, and the most basic formula describes a price curve that is x times y equals k, being k a constant and x the amount of tokens that are in the pool, and y the other amount of tokens that are in this pool 50-50 distribute. So here is an example of the documentation of Uniswap v2, that is the AMM that introduced this concept, the first AMM and the most forked project in DeFi. This is saying exactly the same that we saw on the previous slide, but I want to talk a little bit more about the constant product market maker formula, because it is what it makes this amazing protocol works really well and basically can provide liquidity for any trade. And as we saw, we have a trader and that wants to execute a swap, right? So he wants to exchange tokens A for tokens B. And then we have the pool here. And the important thing to understand is that each trade changes the balance of the reserves, resulting in a new price. When we see here, what we are saying is the price curve defined by x times y equals k, being k a constant. So this is the curve that describes this formula. And on the y-axis, we have the amounts of token B's in the pool, and the x-axis, we have the amount of tokens A in the pool. So what happens is that, let's say the pool starts a certain price. We have 1,200 of token A and we have 400 of token B. If we divide these amounts, we have a price of 3. Perfect. So let's say in the curve, we are here in this dot. So the trader comes and wants to swap 3 tokens A plus a fee, right, that it will go to the liquidity providers, and wants to get, of course, because the price is 3, it will get 1 token B. And then what happens is, okay, we have to input 3 tokens, right? We have to put 3 tokens. When we buy, we just input 3 tokens. So then we will have to move to the right on the x-axis on the amount of token A because we are putting more tokens A. And of course we will have to go down on the y-axis, so we're going to lower the amount of token B because we are subtracting a token B. And then you can see that the way that we move in this pool is defined by the curve. So we move through here to this point here, and this is where the pool ends after this trade. It ends with 1,203.03 tokens A and 399 tokens B because we get the token B. And then the price, if you divide again, the price now increases, and this is the next price for this pool. And again, trades change the balance of reserves, resulting in a new price, and this is the constant product market maker formula. If you understand this, you understand 80-85% of what it is an AMM. Then there is complexities on top of this, but this is basically the main idea of these automated market makers. There is no other person or trade behind. You just trade against a pool of tokens. Okay, let's move on now to